Come hike and bike with us on some of our favorite trails as we discover how to spend 1 to 3 days in Cuyahoga Valley National Park. We have mapped out an exact itinerary for your family that takes you from the historic Towpath Trail to the breathtaking ledges, ensuring your brood stays energized and your schedule stays stress-free. By the end of this video, you will have a clear step-by-step plan. Let's get started. We like to share our national parks in a question-and-answer format, so while we bike the Towpath Trail, let's answer. Why did the Cuyahoga River catch fire, and why does it matter for your visit? The Cuyahoga River famously caught fire on June 22, 1969, due to massive industrial pollution, a disaster that reached 5 stories high, ultimately serving as a massive catalyst for the creation of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Today, the river is a symbol of environmental restoration and a major focal point of the national park itself. When you are cycling or walking along the river, you are witnessing one of the most successful ecological recovery stories in America. Understanding this history adds a profound layer to your trip, transforming it from a simple vacation into an educational journey. While you're exploring, envision a polluted wasteland to truly experience the natural beauty. But, can you do Cuyahoga Valley National Park in one day? Cuyahoga Valley is an urban national park near Cleveland, Ohio. With 1 day in the park, you really need to be selective and consider what you want. If you have a full day, break your time into morning and afternoon with lunch in between activities. The park can get busy in the afternoon, so plan on hiking in the morning, either the Ledges Trail or take a leisurely walk to Brandywine Falls. Both have scenic views worth your time, with the Ledges Trail being more strenuous and unique. But Brandywine Falls is an easy walk on a wooden boardwalk to waterfalls that will save your strength. The purpose of going in the morning is so that you have a chance to get a parking spot and a more quiet experience. After lunch, hop on your bikes and take a ride on the Towpath Trail. Here you will see locks that lifted and lowered boats along the canal, as well as villages, hotels, and nature that is reclaiming the landscape. So before we get to our 2-day itinerary, how do I tackle the Towpath Trail without overwhelming me and my family? The Towpath Trail spans 20 miles within the park, but you should not feel pressured to ride it all at once. The terrain is level and composed of crushed limestone, making it incredibly accessible for all skill levels. This was the trail mule and horse teams used to tow the barges through the canal and is well maintained. To prevent fatigue, pick a central trailhead like the Boston Mill Visitor Center and ride a 5-mile out and back section. This distance provides plenty of history and river views without pushing younger riders past their limit. When you're done, make sure to treat your brood with some ice cream at the Boston Mill store. But if you want to avoid the uphill return issue entirely, utilize the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad's Bike Abroad program to catch a ride back to your starting point. But always ensure you have a reliable multi-tool in your saddlebag and spare tubes to handle any quick bike adjustments on the fly, which we have listed in our essential gear kit in the video description. Every good national park video needs a dad joke. Why do rivers make such terrible storytellers? They just babble on and on. Join the conversation in the comments with your favorite dad joke, or tell us what you're looking forward to in Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Okay, we'll discuss the trails in more details later, but while we hike the Ledges Trail, is 2 days best for Cuyahoga Valley National Park? With 2 days in the park, you can relax a little more or pick up some other adventures. Again, take the mornings to do your hikes. On day 1, hit the Ledges Trail if you are rested and enjoy time in exploring the rock formations. Plan on spending 2 hours or more hiking if you like to explore, and stop to take photographs. On day 2, check out Brandywine Falls. But this trail is much shorter and easier to walk, which is why we saved it until day 2, as you might be a little sore from the ledges and biking day 1. The goal would be to stretch your legs and get ready for the afternoon. Now with 2 afternoons, you can bike the Towpath Trail both days. On day 1, bike from the Boston Mill Visitor Center north and return for ice cream. On day 2, head south to the Hunt House, where you will find parking, bathrooms, and a picnic area. But continue south to explore the Beaver Marsh and other waypoints your family will enjoy. Bonus tip: if you like to watch birds, make sure you take binoculars for the Beaver Marsh and to view the interstate bridges from below near Boston Mill. Now that we have discussed our 2-day itinerary, you may be wondering, what is the secret to hiking the Ledges Trail and Brandywine Falls without the crowds? The Ledges Trail is a 2-mile loop with roughly 237 feet of elevation gain that offers some of the most impressive rock formations in the park. While Brandywine Falls features a dramatic 65-foot drop, the secret to avoiding the massive midday crowds at these sites is purely tactical timing. Aim to hit the Ledges and Brandywine Trailhead by 8 a.m. before the main parking area fills up. But if you're not an early riser, late afternoon may be best for your brood. for Brandywine Falls, take the Gorge Loop clockwise, which drops you into the quiet forest before reaching the boardwalk overlooking the falls. Because these trails can be slick, you might want trekking poles and hiking shoes. But more importantly, make sure you take a hiking day pack with water and a first aid kit. Examples of what we hiked with in Cuyahoga Valley is in our video description. Check it out right now while you watch. These hikes are just rural enough that band-aids and other first aid items are good insurance, and you always want to stay hydrated while adventuring outdoors. Before we get to our 3-day recommendation, subscribe today so that when you search for a national park we've been to, our videos come up at the top of your search results. We've hiked with our brood across most of the national parks and made enough mistakes along the way so that you don't have to. To continue, we'll discuss the perfect campground for Cuyahoga Valley a little later, but let's answer this next question while taking in views of Brandywine Falls. What is the best way for 3 days in Cuyahoga Valley National Park? To maximize your experience, you need to break the park into distinct zones based on geography and activity level. On day 1, focus on the northern section, dedicating your morning to the iconic Towpath Trail. Day 2 should be reserved for the dramatic geology of the Central Park, specifically the Ledges Trail and Brandywine Falls. Finally, day 3 allows you to venture just outside the park boundaries to the Bedford Reservation, which offers a masterclass in forest riding and scenic overlooks. By batching these activities, you minimize driving time and maximize time on the trail. But with 3 days, you still have time for rest and relaxation. We had a picnic lunch at Bedford Reservation and found some nice restaurants for dinner. With 3 days, you won't feel rushed or pressured into seeing everything. Where should a family stay to maintain proximity and comfort? You want a base camp that bridges the gap between rugged outdoor access and essential family amenities like full hookups and reliable Wi-Fi. The Streetsboro Cleveland KOA Holiday is situated just minutes from the eastern edge of the park, placing you within a 20-minute drive of major trailheads. This site is specifically designed for family logistics, offering plenty of space for RVs, tent setups, and cottages, while maintaining a quiet, wooded atmosphere that helps everyone recharge. Here you will find clean bathrooms, a game room, camp store, playgrounds, and a pool. But you may be wondering, is the Bedford Reservation worth the detour from the national park? While technically outside the national park boundaries, the Bedford Reservation is a vital component of a well-rounded itinerary, offering 7.6 miles of all-purpose paved trails and over 11 miles of dedicated mountain biking trails. It provides a more rugged, forested experience compared to the open expanses of the towpath. If you are riding the all-purpose trail, you will encounter significant forest canopy and access to the stunning Tinkers Creek Gorge overlook and Bridal Veil Falls. While the Towpath Trail is flat, the bike trails in the Bedford Reservation is hilly with varied terrain. But if you want something different, the Bedford Reservation hosts a golf course and ball fields too. To plan your trip to Cuyahoga Valley and learn more, watch this video next.